All right, greetings, gamers of YouTube. Actually, Happy New Year. The new year is upon us. 2021 has come. So, if you're new around here, welcome. Uh, if not, uh, welcome. Welcome back. Uh, so, today, I just want to talk about a conversation that my son and I were having not a couple weeks ago, a few days ago. He was playing A Link to the Past, and he's trying to get the three pendants so he can get the Master Sword. If you ever played the game, you know what I'm talking about. And he's asking me all these questions, and I'm telling him like, you're not ready for that yet. Uh, you got to go here. You got to get this. You got to do this. He's like, Daddy, how do you know so much about this game? I said, it's one of my favorite games of all time. He's like, really? I said, you have no idea how many times I've played through this game. And so I was like, hey, maybe I should do a video. Kind of talking to him about what my favorite games are. But before I do that, I do want to say this about gaming. Everybody's experience with it is different, even if you live in the same household. Like my son and my daughter, and actually my youngest as well, they have different experiences with games. And if you stop five people on the street, you say, hey, what's your favorite game? You're liable to get five different answers. So I just want to talk about what my favorite games are and a little bit about each one. So here we go. First up, A Link to the Past. Um, yeah, it was a good adventure. I liked the light world, dark world thing that they did with it, and the items. Oh, the items! And I was really happy to revisit this world in A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS when that came out. I remember I beat that game in 3 days. I played it like 9 hours a day for 3 days and just beat it. Um, Second on the list, of course, Halo 2. Wow. I can remember like yesterday, Halo was everywhere. Like you could not escape this title. You turn on the TV, you see Halo 2. You go to the gas station, you see Halo 2. You look on a billboard, you see Halo 2. Like it was everywhere. And the game delivered. Um, this was my first foray into online shooting. I remember one of my good friends, CJ, he was telling me, because I didn't want any parts of playing games online. Well, not shooters anyway. I thought I was terrible. And he was the one that convinced me, like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, there's got to be people who are worse than you. And so I get online and, I'm kind of wrecking a little bit. So it used to give me headaches, though, because the whole dual stick uh, control scheme, but it's pretty much second nature now. So, but yeah, Halo 2 is definitely on the list. Smash Brothers Melee. Man, uh, when I was in college is when it came out. '01. I remember my room was right by the elevator, and we used to always play on the Zelda level. So you could always hear like the Legend of Zelda music coming from my room. And sure enough, some people would come by and be like, yo, I'll whoop you in this game. All right, man, grab a controller. Get served. Good times, good times. Melee just had like it was fast, it was quick. Um, 4 players. We used to play 2-on-2, 4-minute matches, and just like try to annihilate each other. It was It's crazy. You'd wonder if we even liked each other. But some good times there. And this was one of the first games that I played with friends, like a lot. And because before this, it was mainly either one on one or just like a single player experience. Next up, Street Fighter 2. This game is probably the one that instilled my competitive spirit. I had it one summer. I traded my Sega Genesis for one of my friend's Super Nintendos, and he had this game. I got blisters on my thumb from doing the Dragon Punch triple with Ken, where you do a hard punch and you go straight into the Dragon Punch. But I can still do it, like without fail. It's crazy the muscle memory that went on there. Uh, and yeah, I had some cousins that stayed with me that summer, and just from sun up to sundown, like we playing Street Fighter, just fighting each other, and it was good times, good times. Next on the list is Smash Brothers Ultimate. Okay, I actually played this game a lot, like tonight, and it just solidified everything that I thought about the game already. It builds upon everything that the Smash Brothers franchise has done to this point. Um, like if I had a day with, you know, 3 or 4 of my buddies, we were gonna play a game, like it'd be Smash. It'd be Smash Ultimate, and we would just, I don't know, something about playing with, these people. There's a few other things at the top of my list. Um, Probably one of the newer games. Actually, no, it's not new anymore. But Overwatch, man, Overwatch is on the list as well. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on Overwatch, but basically, it's like Smash and Halo put together, if that makes any kind of sense. So like every character has different abilities, but it's like a 3D shooter. It's incredible, incredible game. Um, a Link Between Worlds. I briefly mentioned that earlier, but it has the same world as A Link to the Past, but it's different. You can like become a painting and slide across walls to solve puzzles. It was really cool. And then, of course, Ocarina of Time. I remember I was what, a senior, junior, senior in high school, and I got it for Christmas, and it was like the first 3D Zelda adventure. Like I didn't realize it at the time, but this is the game that made me a Link fan, a Zelda fan, like for life. Um, it was just special. Just the way that the game played and the storyline, and yeah, it's really special. So of course, also one of my favorite games of all time is Breath of the Wild. So I mentioned Overwatch just a few seconds ago. This is the game that my friends and I play online mostly these days. But when Breath of the Wild came out, I took a hiatus from Overwatch. And if there was one game, it's like somebody on Twitter asked a while back, if there was one game that you could play from scratch without any knowledge of it, what would it be? And mine's Breath of the Wild, easily. Um, This game is you can explore. You can go anywhere that you can see. And if you're having a hard time, you just, you can go somewhere else or, find something else. Just an incredible game. I'm really looking forward to the sequel. All right. So next up is Titanfall. This was the game that made me get an Xbox One. Um, the premise is so, it's kind of basic, but I don't know. It works. It's a shooter. Um, the parkour mechanics are really good though. So it's kind of like Call of Duty meets Mirror's Edge. I don't know if you ever played that. Meets I don't know, some game with robots, but you can call down your mech and everybody gets a mech. But I liked it. Um, it was good enough to warrant a sequel, and the sequel is just incredible, but slept on, of course, because EA doesn't know what they're doing. Uh, Next game on the list is Pokemon Stadium. I've always felt that Nintendo or Game Freak could do more with the Pokemon franchise, but this game, I remember, so it came out when I was in college as well, and I remember yesterday, folks would come to my room with, their paper yo, these are Pokemon I want, load me up. And we would just battle. It was very simple, but it was very. I mean, it's Pokemon game, but the moves are actualized. It's in you know. But yeah, folks would come to the room and be like, yeah, "These are the Pokemon I want," and of course, this prompted me to buy Pokemon Blue so that I could raise my own Pokemon, so that I could use them in the game, because they had Pokemon that you could rent. But yeah, I would really like them to bring that one back. Uh, Another Pokemon game here, Pokemon Puzzle League. Now, this game has been released under different names throughout Nintendo's history, if you will. There's a Japanese version. It's called Panel de Pon. I think it's Tetris Attack. But I mean, it's a real simple puzzle game where you just flip the two colors. But man, like I used to play this with Corey, another one of my friends from college. We used to play it a lot. So they had this 3D mode where you'd have a cylinder, and the amounts of combos and stuff it was just ridiculous. Like one round would take us like an hour, and it was best 2 out of 3. So that was back when we had time. Uh, Twisted Metal Black. Mm, mm, mm. This was the last great Twisted Metal game. The one on PS3 was just, I don't know, they missed the mark. Twisted Metal Black was, or is, a vehicular combat game. Just a whole bunch of cars with missiles and bombs and mines, and you got to be the last car standing. I don't know why, or I don't know why these games fell out of favor with gamers, but I still enjoy it every now and then. I have it on PlayStation. So, man, that's a lot of games. uh, But I'm gonna wrap it up here. Two more. Uh, NBA Street Volume 2. I think more than any other game in the NBA Street series, this one captured the essence of street ball. Like from the soundtrack, the visuals, the art, and the I don't know, it was just it expanded on the first one so much. And then even when the third one came out, like sometimes you would go back to volume 2, and like that's kind of when you know you have a great game. I remember when Smash Brothers Brawl came out, we were so excited, and then we were playing it. We kind of looked at each other and it was like, yeah, let's get on Melee. It just, yeah. And I'm gonna end this with Disgaea, the first one. Now, Disgaea is a strategy game, almost endless. The reason why I say that is because you can level up like each item, and there's hundreds of items, and so you get a level every 10 floors. Uh, this guy is still around. I think they're coming out with 6. So anyway, that's my video for this time. I know it's a little bit long. Blue Pharaoh signing out. Peace.